Logan Paul is in hot water right now, and so's his dog from the looks of it, because there has been a resurfaced clip that has come forward over on X, which basically highlights Logan Paul allegedly pushing his dog off of a boat and under it, which, you know, has got the internet in absolute uproar. So the original clip comes from a video that Logan Paul posted around 4 years ago that got 7.6 million views, saying, "Can I borrow $250,000? Now, the clip in question, basically, when you look at it without much context and you just see the clip, it doesn't look good. So here's that clip without the context to begin with.
Oh no, please. Oh no. Brawley! I'm going in. I'm going in. Come here, buddy. Bro, what the fuck?
I haven't been scared like this in a while.
I can't have you doing that. No more of that, okay? We're in the middle of a lake. You're used to swimming in a pool in Encino. There's a big difference, okay? Take it easy from now on. Promise me.
Now, this clip did come from, obviously, the height of Logan Paul's vlogging period, where he just uploaded vlogs all the time, every day. And, you know, on the outset, looking at the clip again, it does, obviously, if we take a look just at the... So we've got this section here, and then, obviously, everyone's highlighting to Logan Paul, obviously, being here, and it does look as if the dog was pushed. Let's just have a look. So obviously the dog looks like it springs forward, but obviously we saw Logan's hand spring back just over here. Let's watch it again. And then obviously there's a whole freak out moment. Everyone's like, oh my God, the dog. And then, yeah, it doesn't look great. Now on the original video, Logan did pin a comment, as you can see, 4 years ago at the time of recording, saying, clarifying the comments, we would never, ever, ever push Broly off the boat. He jumped and a hand behind him, petting him. And when he jumped, we attempted to grab, but for a fact, we did not push him. Watch his body language. You can clearly, evidently see a self-induced independent jump from the little mutt. Thanks for coming to my TED talk. And then obviously everybody's kind of like jumping over all over this. So, yeah, this obviously happened 4 years ago, but in typical social media stuff, someone's clearly just rewatched this vlog, seen this clip and thought, I'm going to post that to Twitter. They have, and then it's blown up and gone absolutely crazy. Now, Logan Paul has been very vocal about it since it's been going quite viral. Trying to defend the allegations. So obviously he's taken the clip and he's actually slowed it down. So he says, 2 different hands attempting to stabilize Broly to prevent him from jumping / pulling back. Yeah, interesting.
Broly, don't do it! No, not in the front. Oh!
Now, it is really difficult to know, obviously, whether this was an intentional push. Personally, looking at it, and given, you know, like you can clearly see someone's hand does grab the dog at the back to try and stop them from jumping in. And if I'm honest, you know, I've got a puppy myself, and, you know, he's 4.5 months old. He's an absolute unit because he's a Labradoodle. And he just does stuff like this sporadically all the time. He will just jump off of anything. And it's just, it's crazy. And it's very difficult to manage. And, you know, looking at the dog's body language, personally, I don't actually think the dog was pushed. But let's continue on because, you know, people are very, I think at this point, anything to go against Logan Paul is just what people are after. So he then obviously talks about how this comment that he posted 4 years ago. Sad thing is, people ain't going to believe this. Yeah, I just watched in slow motion. Wasn't even touching him when he jumped. The hand followed. Go F yourselves. And then he uploaded this video right here which basically, in classic Logan Paul fashion, you've got him on a TikTok screen going through an over-edited debunk of the claims. But, you know, he does a very good job of it, in my opinion.
In today's episode of What Can We Make Up About Logan Paul to Get Him Canceled? A video from 4 years ago circulating where my dog Broly jumped off a boat. They're trying to say that I pushed my dog off the boat for content, which, look, I know I've done some crazy stuff for content, but this accusation is on some serial killer shit. So the first thing I did was immediately revisit the original video, and even back then, 4 years ago, I had clarified in the comment section, pinned comment, that he was not pushed. Also, if you know anything about dogs, watch his body language. His head is straight, his eyes are locked onto something. Broly is the one who initiated the jump from a pouncing position, and his tail as well remains curled throughout the jump. If he were pushed, like forced to get off.
Also, you can, if you look at his paws, which is something that Logan never pointed out, as the dog projects itself forwards, you can see a very slight movement in the paws where they kind of go apart, where the dog's clearly using like its front paws to propel itself forward off of the position that it's resting its paws on. So take a little look.
Pouncing position.
You can see, and then the back legs do follow.
And his tail as well remains curled throughout the jump. If he were pushed, like forced to get off the boat against his will, he would have been scared and his tail would have been tucked between his legs. But since it was curled, it shows that he was comfortable and shows that it was a self-induced jump. Now for the hands, there are two hands, one on the top of his back, one on his tail to try to prevent him from jumping in. But he obviously escaped our grasp and jumped in anyways. And you can see the one on the top, which I believe was my hand, kind of like follow him in just because I was trying to keep him from going. And he went in the water. And so then I had to...
Also, Logan's hand, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Logan Paul, but in this instance, I do feel like he's being unfairly tarnished. But his hand is like arched over the dog's back. If it was a push, you know, you would have seen. I'm assuming that this looks like a puppy. Based off my puppy, it's got a massive skin suit, right? The dog's like basically its skin's too big for its body right now because it's just growing so quickly. So if he was pushed, you'd see a ruck of the fur and the skin kind of like as a pushing motion would go forwards, but instead you see the fur come back, which does indicate that Logan did have like this arch to try and stop the dog from jumping. But I know very well, even if I have an arch over my dog's back to stop it from jumping or moving, he's gonna get away. So yeah,
going after. Now, two of the original tweets saying that I pushed my dog in the water were deleted after I responded with the original video in slow motion and HD and said 4 years later and still go yourself, which was my original response when this happened, because this is so like ridiculous to me. I'm not even having this conversation. Go yourself. But yeah, I am extremely thankful for people that did have my back. Even people that don't like me still have my back, which was nice. And oh yeah, there's high definition video evidence to support what I'm saying.
Yeah. So like I say, obviously people at this point just look for anything to cancel anyone. Like, cancel culture is rife, and Logan Paul seems to be in the midst of that right now. So you know, he's getting a pretty big backlash off the back of it. But you know, there were a few YouTubers that did cover this entire situation. One of them being XQC, who everyone just kind of goes to for their opinions, and this is what he had to say. If I had audio.
Well, somebody linked this earlier. The fuck?
Pine sub for 50 months of XQC, you alright?
Oh no, please. Oh no. Broly!
I'm going in. I'm going in. Come here, buddy. Bro, what the fuck?
I haven't been scared like this in a while.
No, it was. Wait, the hand was trying to get it back. No, I didn't push it. It doesn't look what it looks like at all. What? Guys.
This is old video of Logan.
Bro. If you're trying to push, if you were trying to push it, you wouldn't slide your hand above it like that. You'd fucking push it from the back. Like what?
Exactly.
The jump. The dog literally jumps.
There you go. So many people are kind of like, even people that dislike Logan Paul are coming out of the woodworks and being like, no, he didn't push it for content. I mean, Logan's done some very dodgy things for content, but this one I think is clearly not legit. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.